Paper ID 21 June 19. Paper title: The Social Elements of Lookism, Resulting in Body Deformity. Presentation: 병철 이, 신라 University Professor. Next page. In a reality where plastic surgery is dimly entrenched in society, the desire to purge physical changes begin, embrace it in everyday life without much resistance. Since there is a desire to be pretty, the desire to purge physical change is not much different, regardless of age. The consciousness gives growing use of purge perception of body modification. The tendency to prioritize appearance in social life computes mature judgment about the beauty of today's youth. So they don't look for attraction that come from abilities, dispositions, possibilities, or personality that come from each other's difference. At times, the aesthetic standards provided by society in a certain form and revealed and refined through the media are exposed to the youth. Competitiveness essential to living society. In addition, there are cases where cosmetic surgery is necessary for a quiet reason. One thing to be wary of social is that the competitiveness of appearance is not plastic surgery for beauty. A uniform aesthetic standard can bring about personal growth and success in society. The social spread of plastic surgery that cause body transformation can be judged as a trend in modern society. However, the tendency of a plastic surgery to be rightly serves the value of life, that is, competitiveness, social success. An event has many side effects. Moreover, the youth period, when they are sensitive to appearance and passion, can shape their discernment. So it is easy to blindly attach meaning to or standardize the aesthetic standard exposed through the mass media. Considering such a reality, there is clearly a problem to be solved. Next page. As a reason, it is a matter of how much interest young people have in plastic surgery and what kind of perception and contents they have. So, next paragraph. Of course, on a social level, personally, the reason vary. This study was present based on the contents of the questionnaire in the main body. The approach seeks to uncover it by targeting high school and college students through written surveys. Recently, the approach seeks to uncover it by targeting high school and college students through written surveys. Next page. The reason why use people choose plastic surgery per job such can be said to be the desire and conformity to the kind of aesthetic standard spread by media. Next paragraph. There is a limit to the excessive consequence of wanting to change your appearance while putting your body at risk. For example, plastic surgery for self-satisfaction has a risk of exposure to repeated plastic surgery, addition, and the resulting lawsuits and side effects bring conflicts in society as well. Next page. This can lead to created social complexities as well as factored in the balanced development of a competitive society. Even now, familiar and similar standards of appearance are presented through the media, and such people appear in order to meet the aesthetic standards. The media also introduce special exercises and methods set according to them. Social isolation due to the idea of not being able to adapt to change. There is also the problem of being excluded from peer groups. In fact, the spread of these overalls can lead to brain and depression due to appearance, as well as atrophy and maladaptation to social life among adolescents. Next paragraph. Therefore, this study starts with the process of examining the social factors of appearances that cause body transformation and attempts to understand these pathological phenomena and changing social consciousness and their causes. Next page. As mentioned earlier, the subject of the study was a written survey of current high school students and university students, and based on this data presentation and analysis were read and drew the contents of the survey. I tried to present the realistic imaging required by our society. In the reality that plastic surgery is working, the path of social universalization, it is necessary to consider the patterns that change the consciousness and the problem of deficiency that causes physical transformation. 10 page, 2 paragraph. Listen again. In the reality that plastic surgery is working, the path of social universalization, it is necessary to consider the patterns that change their consciousness and the problem of deficiency that causes physical transformation. Next page. Users still in the growth stage, so the risk of side effects is bound to be greater because it is a physical and mental problem. The impact is never small. Through the increase of the plastic surgery population, it is possible to understand early plastic surgery, which involve performing plastic surgery for self-satisfaction while suffering significant physical side effects and employment molding as a means of livelihood, such as employment. Focusing on the research and analysis on the survey data, the influence of early plastic surgery and the media, change in social analysis and factors on plastic surgery and employment plastic surgery will be presented. This approach is expected to serve as an opportunity to understand the appearances of today's youth who have been exposed and aggravated as aesthetic standards in the mass media and social dimension. In addition, I will present the contents of a telephone interview conducted with the Korean Women's People's Association, who insisted on the abolition of the Red Beauty program. Red Beauty program, namely, so Red Beauty program, which had attracted interest and repercussions from viewers. As mentioned earlier, it is purely necessary to have a competitive appearance in order to enter society. In a society where appearance management is regarded as self-management, evaluation items that are not related to work, even in employment, are determining whether or not that are successful. We need to recognize that appearance is not a determining factor in life. Of course, a change in social awareness must be a prerequisite, but the start of such a change will also be a workaround if the change of individual consciousness is not preceded. Next page. Rather than judging people based on standardized aesthetic standards, efforts are required to discover and develop each person's unique personality and inner beauty. Next paragraph. In addition, it is imperative to understand and communicate when members of society who can respect and acknowledge the passion and effort of such individuals. The important point is that various social efforts at the individual level towards the goal should not be varied due to physical appearance. Recent atrophy. The important point is that various social efforts at the individual level towards the goal should not be varied due to physical appearance. Next paragraph. I think this suggestion is meaningful even to find the attractiveness, temperament, character, other possibility, and ability that come from difference. Paper ID 21 June 19. presentation 이병철, Silla University professor. Thank you very much.